Josh Feinberg here. Just wanted to come to you today with some dialing. I want to be able to show you guys that I'm still grinding, still hitting the phone. I'm the president and CEO of Everlasting Capital, but hey, you still got to make time. I love being on the phone. It's how I started this company, and it's something that's really close to my heart because without it, you can't make money. One great person that I've taken a lot from, Matt Monero from Commercial Fleet Financing. He has this thing where he talks about this thing, right? He talks about making money, not making money. There hasn't been a situation in my life really where I haven't made money without making some sort of interaction, but most of it's been done over the phone. So, I want to be able to show you guys, how I do it. Maybe, you can take some skills away from how I talk to clients, and, not only that, is learn a little bit about Everlasting Capital. Thanks for calling me back. How are you?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Chris, this is Josh Feinberg with Everlasting. Does that ring a bell?
It does not.
Oh.
What's Everlasting?
That's my fault, not yours. Everlasting, we work with business owners that are either, struggling with cash flow, looking to purchase equipment, or just plain out want to grow the business. And I don't suppose you want to grow the business, right?
Well, of course I do, but I don't want to go into debt to do it.
Okay, perfect. And I don't want to put you in debt either, right? One of the things that I'm trying to do is trying to, make the customer, feel comfortable talking with me. It's very important, to make it so, they want to stay on the phone. They're kind of interested in what you're saying, because, a lot of people, when they're talking to customers, they're talking all professional. They'll change their voice. With us, in the way I teach my guys, that's not how you want to do it, right? Because everyone's calling, hi, this is this person from ABC company, and I provide equipment financing and leasing and working cap. That's not it, right? You're going to get hung up on. Competition is so fierce these days. For our industry, when I originally got into the business 6 years ago, there was 1,000 companies that did what we did. Right, there was 1,000 companies, which in that time that was a lot. 6 years later, there's 35,000 companies, not individuals, companies that do what we do. So you got to be different on the phone. You have to be able to sound different. You don't want to sound like a telemarketer. You do not want to sound robotic. There's a lot of tips and tricks that I've learned along the ways, but also being able to know those tips and tricks. The tips and tricks that I had 3 years ago are a lot different than the tips and tricks that I have now. Reason being, the market changes. And if you can't be able to adjust with the market, then you're going to be left behind, because you need to be able to have that, out of the box thinking to be able to get you to that next level, right? If you're looking to grow your business, what would you be looking to do?
Probably buy more vehicles, more trucks.
Buy more vehicles and trucks, okay.
Yeah.
And now what do you do, Chris?
I do heating and cooling.
Heating and cooling, okay. How many trucks do you have now?
One.
You have one, okay. But being able to buy another one, you'd probably need to be able to hire, some additional crew with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And by being able to add crew in another truck, do you know how much, revenue or margin that would bring to the company?
I don't know yet.
Okay. For you, because how many people do you have working for you now, Chris?
2.
2? Okay. And what type of revenue are you guys bringing in monthly with just the 2 people?
Right now it's a feast or famine market, so I can't give you that as like what it is every month.
Gotcha.
This month it was probably well over 10,000.
10,000. Okay. So that's roughly like let's just say it was 10 grand, right? So let's just say it was 10,000. Over an annual period, that's 120,000. So roughly each crew could probably bring in that. You would think?
Yeah. Can I ask where is it going?
So, no, I'm just trying to learn a little bit about you and your business because, as stated, I help with companies, looking to buy trucks, looking to buy vehicles. I help with that, right? And, you said you don't want to get into debt, and, to tell you the truth, I don't want to put you into debt. We have a few different options to make it so it's, for buying equipment that you could work with. Whether you're looking to, purchase a vehicle and you want it structured as like a kind of like a rent to own type situation, or you just want to own it at the end. So we have the abilities of doing that at great rates. Now, how much do you think a truck would be that you'd be looking at roughly?
Oh, I've been looking at them. They probably be somewhere around $10,000 for a used one.
Okay, for a used one.
But then you're probably right around $500-$600 to get it decaled, so that the biggest part is you want to make sure that it's labeled.
Of course, because that's how you get your business, right? It's almost like free marketing.
It's probably about $10.50 or so, somewhere around there for halfway decent work van.
Okay. With the notepad and the pen, it's very important to take notes. Know the deal. I remember when I used to work back at Direct Capital. If you went up to one of the managers and, you had a question about a specific deal, and then they asked a question like, how long, has this business been in business? And you're like, I don't know, right? They would say to you, go back to your desk and don't come back to me until you know your deal. So I've kind of imprinted in my mind, know your deal, know your deal, know your deal. And the only way that you can really do that is, one, obviously asking questions. Ask as many questions as possible. Keep asking questions until they hang up. Worst thing that someone can say is no, but you need to be able to know that deal. And that's why it's so important to have this and this to be able to write down the information so you know that deal. All right. And have you been thinking about this for a while that you've wanted to do that?
Yeah, it's actually like one of the things that we're looking to do this spring, when things really pick up. Gotcha.
And do you feel like you have enough jobs to be able to support that? Obviously, I would guess.
Are you talking about right now, or are you talking about
during your busy season?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. All right. So that's perfect. Now let's take a look here. How long have you been in business, Chris?
This year is my 5th year in business.
5th year. Wow. You started at a pretty scary time in the economy. I'm happy. I'm happy you did exactly what was needed to make it happen.
Okay.
Gotcha. And let's take a look here. So you've been in business for 5 years, do about $120K a year. Now, how does your credit look, Chris?
Probably not so good, because I just went through a divorce.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. I'm guessing that hasn't helped business at all.
No, it was pretty messy.
Oh man. Well,
but thank God it's done.
Right. So, let's...
What do you do, man?
Let's take a look...
You just got to pick up the pieces and move on, right?
Right. I mean, because the thing is, at the end of the day, life still goes on. Shitty stuff happens, but you just got to be able to take it, one day at a time. How are you doing? Are you doing okay with it?
Yeah, I'm great.
All right, good. I'm happy to hear that. So let's take a look here. If I was able to get you a truck at $10,000, and let's just say we were able to take a look at monthly payments of $200 a month. I mean, you think you'd be able to afford $200 a month?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay, because we have options that we could do roughly about $200 a month. Even if you have bad credit, we can still take a look at it and be able to get you into that truck. Not only that, for you, what I can take a look at, because you were thinking about getting that in the summer, right?
Yeah, when things pick up really good.
When things pick up. Because we have an option going on right now for the first quarter, Chris, where we can actually do something called 3 months deferred payments, where you can actually not have payments for the next 3 months, and you can be able to get the truck today. Not saying to get it exactly today, but if you have your eye out, obviously right now is going to be the better time to be able to purchase a truck because prices are down, right? Not a lot of people are buying vehicles in the winter time. If you can if you can find a good price on one that you want to move forward with, I can make it so we can give you 3 months of no payments. You can feel really comfortable. You can get the truck, and then you can start making payments once things pick up.
What about a $15,000? What are we talking about as far as payment?
15,000. Let's take a look here.
What's that?
I'm taking a look. Hold on 1 second. Probably be like 315, probably 330, somewhere in that range a month.
Okay.
So it would probably be right in that range for you.
Do you have anything that you can send as an email?
Yeah, of course. What's your email? So I'm going to shoot you over an email with all my contact information, so you can have it. So if you see something that you really like, feel free to let me know and give me a call. When would be a good time to be able to follow back with you?
Yeah, if you give me some information on what you got to offer, and maybe you can just call me back tomorrow and see what we can do.
Okay, call back tomorrow. All right, perfect. Awesome, Chris. And your last name is...
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The vehicle, does that have to be brand new, or?
Nope. We can do used as well. Only suggestion is we can do private party. So, like, if you were looking on Craigslist and you had a truck, we can do that. But if you can find a truck at a dealer, that would be, obviously it's a little bit more money, but it's a little bit easier to be able to get approved. But we can do private party as well. So if you're looking on Craigslist, you're looking at a dealership, we can do that.
Gotcha.
Okay, Chris?
Alrighty.
All right. And is this your cell phone?
It is.
All right. And could you give it to me one more time? Something's blocking the call already.
I'll give you my cell phone number?
Yeah, 309. Perfect.
It's on my business card.
All right. And what I'll do is I'll give you a text, and that's my cell phone number. So feel free to text me too if you have any questions. I'm available anytime.
So when I feel lonely at night, I can text you?
If you want to, I'll whisper some nice things in your ear if you want.
Ooh, bedtime story?
If you want to, I got some pretty good bedtime stories.
Okay.
All right.
Just make sure there's a hero at the end.
There's always a hero. There's always a hero. Okay.
Okay. You don't want me having nightmares, do you?
See, the best thing is the best ending to this story is I'm the hero because I'm going to be able to get you into this new truck at great rates.
Well, you giving me all warm and cozy on the inside, buddy.
Hey, man, I'm trying to support you, bud.
All right, man. Much appreciated.
All right, thanks, Chris. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's a lead. The guy's looking for a $10,000 truck. $10,000, $11,000 truck over like 60 months. Not too difficult, right? I mean, the only tough part about it is his credit is a little bit banged up from what he was saying. But other than that, he wants to get a truck by the summertime because that's when things pick up. Based on what he was saying, he does $120,000 a year, and that's based on one crew. So hopefully, if he was to be able to get into another truck, obviously being able to add another crew is going to increase expenses, but hopefully that can bring in another $120,000 for him, which would double his business. That's what Everlasting Capital does, is we help business owners that are looking for equipment, that are looking for working capital to grow their business. And what we try to do is we kind of take the consultative approach. We try to, guide them in the right direction as far as what's going to be best for their business. If they're looking to take risks, if they're looking to grow their business bigger than it is, obviously one of the big hurdles of being able to do that is, being able to access capital, quickly, or access equipment financing quickly. Working with a bank, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. A lot of times from what I hear, it takes a long time to be able to get loans, lines of credit at the bank, Where with us, we have the ability of being able to get someone approved within 24 hours.